So it was about $5 and $1.99. Let's see how much a full tank it cost me. No! Fucking... Oh! Stupid... I know exactly what fucking happened. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Who knows? So, what happened is that as I was filming this, I was trying to get it to stop, but then this fucking latch got stuck. Alright, I'm about full tank of gas. Oh shit, it's all my carbon fiber too, man. Alright, fine towel. Slippery. Aha, that'll work. And a little bit of pants. Shit. Weird. Well, at least I know what pump not to use next time. Oh man, and I just detailed this bike too. Sucks. Oh well. At least I got most of it out. Yeah, well, I had to clean my pants off with water. Woo! It's cold. I feel like I'm a fucking tweaker doing this shit. Alright, that's good enough for me. At least it'll be nice and cool. Alright, cool. Hey, slip. Now that I think about it, I should have just done it with both legs. It's like it should be nice and breezy. Alright, hello, I am back. So today we're going to talk about my Yamaha R6. I'm going to do a little review on it of everything I do like about it and I don't like about it, and so far how it's been treating me. Alright, so a couple things. The things I do like about this bike. One, it's being a 600. So, you know, you still got that power and everything, perfectly fine, haha, but for those of you who owns an R6 might know exactly what I was talking about. My little reference there. And what I meant by that exactly is that now when it comes to different manufacturer branding like the G6R, the CBR has a much lower power range. What I meant by this is that based on the RPM where the power kicks in. So I do know like on CBRs and G6Rs, power band's like about like 6,000 RPM or something like that. Same thing with the Z6R, but you have a little more torque because of the 636 motor. And then you get the R6. And with the R6, the power band doesn't kicks up into like 8,000 RPMs. And so some people are like, well, how does that work for you? You know, that doesn't make any sense. Aha, yes. So the thing is for me is that what I like about that is that I use the freeway a lot. Most of my riding is on the freeway. And so getting that extra boost I need for, you know, in case I need to go head forward, you know, get where I need to, or change lanes when somebody's being a dickhead, won't let me change right next to them or whatever, I'd simply just do this. And boom, there's a power band right there. It's really that simple for me, really. Now you can't go, you go for like a 1000 and it's like instantly different. But I don't want to pay for a 1000 and everything yet. Another thing I like about this is that this is a 2005 model. So, you know, this is an older model. Now the 06 model and newer R6s, their, I guess their stance was a lot more aggressive. Because with my bike, because my clip-ons are on top of the triple trees, and my bike. So on the newer R6, the clip-ons are below the triple trees, and then the seat height on my bike's like 32 inches. On the newer R6s, it's going to be like 33-ish inches. So that actually really helps for me on the streets as well. Another thing I like about this, since it's the 2005 model, this is nice because on the 2005 model it came with inverted forks. And so with the previous models that never happened. But with these suspension, front and rear, it's fully adjustable, which is actually really nice. I use this for my daily mostly, and sometimes I like to go out like South Mountain or something like that, so I need to do that again more often now. Another thing is that the aftermarket support is still there, but however, there's also going to be a little con, which I will talk about in just a bit. The good thing about this is that it still has aftermarket support, so you still get like power command strips, air filters, bodywork, race bearings, protection, and things like that, really. So that's actually still good. Another thing I do like about this is that it's pretty easy to work on. It's not that bad. It looks complicated at first compared to like a GSX-R, which you know, the GSX-R, if you open that up, it's like, oh, okay, this is not that bad at all. Or maybe like a ZS6R, it's not that bad at all. But on the R6, it's like, yeah. But once you get to it, it's not that bad, really. Especially you go underneath the tank and underneath the airbox. It's not that bad. The hardest part really on this bike I've done so far is doing the valve adjustments, and the valve adjustment itself wasn't that bad at all. It was mostly just getting that fucking valve cover on. But those are a lot of things I do like about this bike, and I really enjoy this bike as well. Now of course it does have a, when I first got it, it came with a Yamaha exhaust, which is kind of beat up. It came with a double bubble windscreen, which is pretty nice. Is it double bubble? No, it's not. A couple things. Oh, one more good thing I totally forgot to mention. Another good thing I do like about this R6 is that it's the instrument cluster. Now, this isn't just, you know, your regular playing instrument cluster like most bikes are. You can actually play around with it actually a little bit. So you do have your time meter and everything, which is standard and all that. But you can also mostly play with this, the shift indicator light, and the actual tachometer itself. So what you can also do is put this bike into kilometers. Now let me explain that. Not the part in kilometers, that's really easy to figure out. But, so with this bike, you can actually change the range on that light when it goes off. You can also make it, have it flash at you so that you can have a seizure right next to the bloody road, or you can have a solid color, which is actually pretty nice, which is how I have it. No, I'm not going to show it right now. So you can also change around the RPM where this light comes in. So you can have it like about like 12,000 RPMs to 16,000 RPMs if we have it on, or you have it on at a lower RPM and then have it flashing at a higher RPM if you want to do that. But I didn't do that. I just have it just to settle, just, you know, not flashing my eyes, you know. So, however, the first thing I said about the aftermarket support, yes, it does have good aftermarket support, but remember, this is the 2005 model, and they're not really that popular thing out there. That being said, parts are just slowly going away for these bikes, for this bike. Like, there's not as much support as before, and slowly it's just going to be like, well, oh damn, that sucks, dude. And so it's going to be one of those times where there's not going to be anything aftermarket support for this bike at all. There's going to be to that point. It's not going to be soon, but eventually there is. Another bad thing I hate about this bike, absolutely hate about this bike, is that there are fuel pump issues. A lot of the R6 has fuel pump issues, and the fuel pump itself doesn't go bad, but the housing of it that comes in with the fuel pump, which you cannot just replace the fuel pump itself, you have to replace the whole assembly as well. That's made out of plastic, and over time that plastic will get, you know, distorted, warped, and leaks and everything. It's $500 fucking to replace it. I'm just like, god damn, $500 to place a whole assembly, which sucks. Which I also do absolutely hate about this. I was hoping like maybe Yamaha did a recall on the fuel pump at one point where they made like something better that's not plastic, you know, but no, they didn't. It was like great. Another thing I don't like about this bike is that the headlights themselves. Now, for a lot of Yamaha bikes and bikes before, you know, during the time of the early 90s and late 2000s, is that they will literally put like one headlight that's always on all the time, and the other headlight is just a high beam, which you just, you know, turn on and off. Now, it's not a big deal because it's pretty funny when a Harley rider comes at me and say, hey, your headlights are out, and just put them on a high beam. It's pretty funny at first, but then, you know, next thing you know, when a cop pulls you over saying your headlights out, you just flip your high beams on. And but other than that, there's not really much I don't like about this bike at all. You know, it has modern day tire size, which is actually pretty nice, which I do like a lot. This bike originally came with 120 horsepower, around that range. I just put it up somewhere on the screen. Now, however, there is some modifications that are done to this bike as well. So before then, this bike used to have HID headlights, but then I converted to LEDs because the HIDs you put on both headlights, which is kind of dumb. Because like, imagine you trying to flash somebody. It's like, hey, I'm right here. Oh wait, got a little more. My bulbs warm up a bit. Another thing, obviously, it does have a PC5 on it, or more better as a Power Commander 5. So that has like a little horsepower, but the reason I got it is because when I first changed out the air filter, it was a factory air filter. And the factory air filter is like foam, so, you know, that just rotted away completely. I was like, god damn. I don't want my shit to run so lean, so I was like, you know, Power Commander will do. I don't want to do an ECU flash because, you know, I know it'd be cheaper too, but, you know, I just want to do it myself. You know, PC5, whatever, no big deal. Another good thing about this bike is that I do have the a 520 conversion kit, so it has a DID chain with driven sprockets. Not aluminum, they're steel. I hate doing aluminum sprockets, and the reason is because they don't last long, and it's even more dumb because, like, yeah, they're lightweight, but you gotta remember they're made for racing. Like an aluminum sprockets, they don't last that long at all. You know, you're lucky you get like a couple thousand miles to it, maybe like 4,000, but that's about it. And I see so many comments like on reviews and everything, it's like, oh, this doesn't last you long or anything at all, don't recommend buying. And it's like, well, duh, it's aluminum, what did you expect? But yeah, that's really just about it for my bike, really. Now I'm planning to do more things. Like, I'm planning to get an aftermarket rear brake rotors for my bike because, you know, mine all scarred up. Apparently the previous owner didn't change out the rear brake pads, and it completely scarred up the fucking rear disc brakes. But besides replacing the rear disc brakes and pads, he just replaced the pads, and that's it. I was like, oh my god. Well, I hope you liked this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you ring that bell as well. Wait, is that still a thing? Yeah, it's still a thing.